Hi Soul Fam, welcome back to this channel. If we haven't met before, I'm Frances. I'm your tarot card reader and Reiki master, meditation guide, I don't know what to call myself, but your friend here in the spiritual space. So thank you for being here. We are going to do, as we do every Monday, our tarot card reading for the week ahead. So please feel free to grab your favorite beverage or cozy up on the couch or wherever you're watching this, just settle in, and we are going to see what your spiritual team and the universe wants you to know this week. So we are going to be using the Four Noble Tarot deck as we always do. This deck comes with a guidebook that fits inside the box. In this guidebook, it describes how to work with the tarot cards. It gives tarot card spread templates, and it also has descriptions for every single one of these cards so that you can read for yourself or for others as well. And then of course we have our cards themselves. So let's go ahead and start connecting energy, working in the light and the highest for everyone here's greatest good and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed and protected, and everyone watching as well. Welcoming in my spiritual team, and each and every person here's spiritual team. Okay, what do we need to know this week? Ooh, that was a buttery spread. That was nice. I like when it does that. It's like a nice fan. Okay, I'm just gonna hover my hand over the cards and choose the ones that are calling for us this week, okay? For this collective here. What do we need to know this week? What does the collective need to know this week? Okay. Nope. All right, so we have 2 cards and then 3 cards over here. So let's start with the first 2. Okay, 3 of Cups and the Page of Cups. Okay, so 3 of Cups is about, now bear with me when I say this because I want to explain it. 3 of Cups is about feminine connection. Now, this doesn't always mean like necessarily female connection. For the most part, it does. But what's feeling, okay, the reason behind this, and I'm going to generalize here because I know that every single human being is different, right? But for the most part, women or people with a more feminine personality like to talk more than those who are not women or who do not, right? Who do not have a more feminine personality. Women, for the most part, we are community, we're community driven. We like to talk to each other. We like to vent to each other. We like to celebrate each other. And I feel like that's the energy coming in this week. 3 of Cups essentially is asking you to lean into your community, particularly the people. They don't have to be women or identify as women, but particularly the people who will talk back to you. Not talk back as an argue, but like chat with you. Yeah. 3 of Cups is asking you to remember that you're not alone and like not feel like you have to do everything on your own. This is especially coming through for those of you who may feel really overwhelmed right now, really tired right now, kind of just like sick of it. I am kind of in that boat right now. So if that's you, you're not alone. I feel like the energy lately has just been like a lot. And so for me, sounds great to do like a girls' lunch and just have, a event sesh and just like be there for each other. So that's what it feels like is coming up this week with the 3 of Cups. The reason for this is because we have then the Page of Cups. Page of Cups asks us to allow our emotions to flow and to be moving forward in the direction of what we want. When we do that, when we're really aligned with our desires and with our intuitive space of what we need and what we want, that's when things start to align. That's where things start to fall into that alignment that brings us the opportunity that serves us best. Now, how do those two things relate together? Well, by having that vent session with your friends, you're going to get either the space cleared in your own body to get clear on what you want. You're going to have new perspective on your situation from your friends. And or you're going to have like that cheerleading energy of, hey Francis, why are you being so hard on yourself? You're doing amazing. Like, you can do this. So I'm saying that to you right now. Hi friend, you are doing amazing. I know sometimes it's hard, but you can do this. Okay? And trusting that you can have what you want. You can do what you want. But you've got to get rid of the noise, and you have to accept the support where it's coming in. And maybe this week, you need to seek out the support, because it might not just come to you. People can't read your mind, right? They might not know that you're having a hard time. So it's important that you're sharing that openly and asking for what you need, so that again, you can create the space for you to know so deeply and clearly what it is you want, so you can go out. You don't even necessarily this week have to go out and like start creating it. It's more about, instead of you creating it, it's about creating the space for it to find you. And that happens through clearing out negative energy, venting, getting it out, believing that you can, maybe needing that support from your friend, and then desiring, or rather defining and declaring the desire of what you want, so that the path can become clear for you and you can start magnetizing it back to you. Okay? So that's part 1 this week. Part 2, we have 3 cards over here. Okay, 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Very interesting. And it's interesting how they move backwards. So from a 3 to a 2. Now let's explain that, because they came out in this order for a reason. So this is interesting. It kind of ties into this, but not. So 3 of Wands. This card, kind of the mantra with this card is chart your course. You know what you want. Or maybe you think you know what you want. This is interesting. You think you know what you want, and you're starting to move toward it, and you're starting to create your plan to like make it happen, and you're just running into a brick wall. Or you're like, I don't want to be doing this. This is the worst. It doesn't feel good. I don't like it. But I decided what I wanted. I'm trying to do it, and I don't like it. Right? And so your path that you laid out is not working for you. You keep hitting those dead ends. Your guidance with that is your 2 of Wands card. Reestablish what you want. Reestablish your goals. And what's so interesting about this is yesterday I reposted from Pooja Robinson, my go-to astrologer. She is phenomenal, but she was talking about how this upcoming eclipse is a time to take stock of your life, astrologically speaking, and now it's coming up in the tarot cards. I love it when that happens. We can't make this stuff up, right? But this week, they're saying you might think you know what you want, and you might be trying to move toward it, right? 3 of Wands energy, charting your course, moving in the direction. But then you're hitting these walls and it's not happening. That's a gift. It's not happening because it's not maybe really what you actually want. So 2 of Wands asks you, I'm going to use Pooja's words, the stars' words, and tarot cards' words. Take stock of what you want. Redefine what you want. And again, this kind of does link back up to the energy over here. How they differ, though, is the first piece of this was about having that connection with your friends. This piece feels more internal, self-reflection. Yeah, so maybe you want to start, I don't know, the group is actually very split. Some of you want to start over here, what do I want? And then have that conversation with your friends. Some of you need to get it out first and then reestablish and kind of tune it in internally. Yeah. So if you're feeling like you're just not kind of moving right now, it's because there needs to be a reevaluation of your goals and your desires. Because what you think you want might not actually be what you want. Maybe you want that for an ego boost. Maybe you want that for reasons that don't actually align with you anymore. Maybe you're doing it to prove something to yourself or to others. And so it's about clearing out that and coming back to, what do you want for you, for your joy, for your own happiness? Yeah. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about trusting your, two things coming through with this, but trusting your knowledge, trusting your wisdom. You have what it takes to either reroute. So if you're like, oh my God, I've worked so hard going down this path and I know I'm supposed to be going that way, you have the knowledge and the resources to reroute. Okay, you're good. Part two is financially. If this is a financial thing and there's financial fear around rerouting, you're going to be okay. Queen of Pentacles is abundance in all forms. So not only are you going to be okay financially, but you're actually going to be more than okay in all the areas. Financially, joy, time, energy, connection. Queen of Pentacles is also about earth connection, nature connection. And so wrapping this back up, maybe if you're like, I know things aren't working, but I don't know what I want, go to the earth. Queen of Pentacles says you need to reconnect. Reconnect with the earth energy. Reconnect with the universe, with the stars. Maybe you want to do a moon ritual. Maybe you want to go pick some flowers. Maybe you want to put your feet in a river or the ocean nearby. Maybe you go on a hike and just sit and receive from the earth. Maybe you dance in the rain, right? Whatever it may be, because earth connection is soul connection. And so when we can give ourselves the time to be quiet and still, that's when we can hear that voice. What's so challenging about being human is that our brains are so much louder than our intuition. And our brains are the things that try to keep us safe, but also in that try to keep us small. And usually the intuition, we really have to listen for it. We have to quiet the brain in order to hear it, because it's just a whisper. It's very gentle. But when you hear it, you're like, ooh, that's right. Like, that's it. Yep, that's it. And so these cards are telling you that, number one, everything's going to be okay. Number two, you have the resources to reroute. And number three, if you don't really know where to reroute, connect first. Get quiet first. And then you'll start to hear that whisper. Yeah. Now I want to just do one final, it's not a recap, but kind of a recap. You almost have, you have two different types of advice. They're not competing with each other. There is space for both this week. I guess I want to reiterate. Part of it is external communication. Part of it is internal communication. We got to make room for both this week to be able to really be super clear on what we're going to keep in our life, what we're going to welcome in our life, and what we're going to let go and move away from. Yeah? Okay. Beautiful. If anyone wants to do this piece here, the sharing in the comments, please feel free to do so. If anyone has done their internal work or even their expression with their friends and wants to share what they are working towards, what their new goals are, what they're leaving behind, again, please share them in the comments. I always love reading how this resonates with you and how it supports you. So let's be each other's community and soul fam, as I call us, right? Our soul family, and hold that space for each other. Okay. Beautiful. All right, everyone. If you feel called to donate to the Love Jar, I will leave my PayPal donation link in the description box below. That allows me to show up with energy for you every single week. Thank you so much for those donations. I truly, truly appreciate each and every cent so much. It really is just, I'm so, so grateful. Thank you. And please be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for tarot readings every single Monday, Reiki charged guided meditations, and sound healings every Thursday. Sending so much love and light your way, and I look forward to connecting again soon.